Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Governor C.H. Vijay Shankar reviews Jan Aushadhi Kendra at Ganesh Das Hospital, Shillong. Dorbar Shnong Laujan Rio marks 150 years anniversary with a series of landmark events. Raj Nongpo revives Shat Sajer traditional dance under Ilaka Nongpo Sardarship. #132 episode of Man Ki Baat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges fitness ahead of International Yoga Day. And IPL 2026 kicks off in Bengaluru. Royal Challengers Bengaluru defeat Sunrisers Hyderabad by 6 wickets. The news in detail, and first the local news. Meghalaya Governor C.H. Vijay Shankar visited the Jan Aushadhi Kendra at Ganesh Das Hospital, Laumali, Shillong to review its functioning and services. The pharmacy, set up under a central government scheme, provides medicines at subsidized rates and remains open 24 hours to ensure uninterrupted access for patients, particularly mothers and newborns. Accompanied by senior health officials, medical students and healthcare personnel, the governor interacted with attendants of patients who expressed satisfaction with the affordability and availability of medicines.
The scheme also presents an opportunity for employment generation within Meghalaya by encouraging pharmacists, self-help groups and young entrepreneurs to open Jan Aushadhi Kendra, increase awareness among healthcare providers and citizens about the generic medicine will further enhance the impact of this scheme, making affordable healthcare more accessible and contributing to the overall well-being and development of the state.
The Dorbar Shnong Laujan Rio commemorated its 150th anniversary on Saturday with a series of landmark events, including the inauguration of the centenary building and the unveiling of its official mascot. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, who attended the occasion, announced a contribution of Rs 30 lakhs from the Chief Minister's Special Development Fund to support the community. Several new Dorbar Shnong projects for Laujan Rio were also unveiled, marking a significant step in strengthening community, infrastructure and development.
I must say that Laujan Rio is a very forward-looking locality. Laujan Rio holds the distinction of being one of the first localities to introduce a door-to-door garbage collection system. This initiative reflects constructive approach to sanitation, public health, and environmental responsibility. This achievement was realized despite being outside the jurisdiction of the Shillong Municipal Board, demonstrating the locality's strong self-governance and community-driven development.
The My Bharat Meghalaya initiative successfully organized the Viksit Bharat Youth Parliament Festival 2026 at the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly Annexed Hall, Rilbong on Saturday. The event brought together young leaders from across the state to deliberate on the theme Union Budget 2026, strengthening the Indian youth path towards Viksit Bharat 2047. Participants showcased strong oratory skills and presented insightful perspective on issues impacting their communities. The top 5 contestants selected were Riwaka Tangsong and Rebeccaline Karbangar, Sengrimchi Marak, Pinhyam Miki Rinksai and Riakor Lingdo Nonglat. They will represent Meghalaya at the National Level Youth Parliament in New Delhi next month. The government of Meghalaya celebrated 8 years of governance with the Our Magnificent Meghalaya event on Saturday. To mark the occasion, checks under schemes such as CM Elevate, Focus Plus and Green Meghalaya Plus were distributed to beneficiaries, including women entrepreneurs. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma highlighted the state's journey of transformation, emphasizing that progress has been possible through collective efforts of citizens and leaders. The Dorbar Shnong of Pamrap Paitlu in East Giant Hills held its 5th Academy Award ceremony on Saturday to honor students for their academic achievements. With the theme, Today We Learn, Tomorrow We Serve, the program highlighted the importance of education and community responsibility. Jasper Bare, president of Sinjuk Wahe Shnong East Giant Hills District, attended as chief guest, while Onixon Sumer, Subdivisional School Education Officer Clariat, served as resource person. The Raj Nongpo under the Ilaka Nongpo Sardarship successfully organized the annual Shat Sajer at Lom Wurto Nongpo, Ribhoi district, celebrating one of its most important indigenous dances. The program, attended by Nongpo MLA Meryl Bonds Aim as chief guest, featured vibrant performances by youth groups in traditional attire, showcasing dances such as Shat Masti, Shat Rakanthe and Shat Shurwat. Speaking on the occasion, CAM emphasized that Shat Sajer reflects the unique identity and cultural heritage of Raj Nongpo, urging the community to preserve its roots while embracing modern progress.
Kiladon Shibun, Kiraj, Kishnong, Kiblasdang Ban Kilet, Elagajong Katanrai. Andre Ublay Shomle Ino, Ban Penni Yagi Kraw Perkat. Ibadan karkomi ijengai, ban pentikena bageriti gedostur gejongi, kene kansa. Nyuma kamper, bon pedeng jongi ngelalong Kristen, hagi kenhun balang gibaper bengingi dan pedeng jongi kebarang dan haki niam kasih niam tenrai ni kiwi gijengin kamper. Dega bakomsan kalong bangimdei ban keled.
A powerful cyclone accompanied by a hailstorm struck southwest Khasi Hills district early Sunday morning, damaging 68 houses and 4 schools across Maukarwat and Ranikor CNRD blocks. The incident, which occurred between 4 and 5 a.m., affected around 323 people, though no casualties were reported. According to official sources, 26 villages under Maukarwat block and 2 villages under Ranikor block were hit, with rooftops blown away and trees uprooted, causing further destruction. The worst affected villages include Manat, Maubidong, Maujaran, Nongba Marshilong, Nongnam and Nongbre Nongdom. Among the schools severely damaged were Maupandrang LP School, Light Lausnai RC LP School, Dolun Church of God Secondary School and Remang Secondary School. Authorities are assessing the extent of the damage and relief measures are expected to follow. After stopping due to mechanical problems. 3 people in civil hospital while the 2 passengers were referred to Nigrims, Shillong. All 3 have since been discharged. Police promptly reached the site, conducted an inquiry under the Motor Vehicles Act and towed the damaged bus to Maukarwat Police Station for further formalities. On Sunday, the Tura Sacred Heart Shrine witnessed a solemn Palm Sunday celebration marked by deep devotion. The day began with a grand procession of faithful carrying palm leaves led by a religious figure bearing a cross adorned with fronds. As hymns and prayers filled the air, priests blessed the palm leaves with holy water before they were carried into the church, symbolizing the start of the sacred service. The commemoration brought together a large gathering of devotees, reflecting the spirit of faith and unity. A dispute broke out during the fourth Dorbar Ba of the Mlemngap clan at Lom Pomblang, Smith, after several members from villages including Laitlungkot, Umtli, Puriang, Nongkandri, Laitkurhong, Rangplang and Rasong were allegedly denied entry. The affected members claim elders from Smith, Nongkrem and Yo Pomtia refused to recognize them as part of the clan despite their lineage. They expressed disappointment at being barred without explanation and said they only sought clarity on their identity. Members described the incident as painful and warned it could affect future generations.
Habang itmo bandrong kilat aplupa ta kita ki chai hang tongin yakren kata ka jingki ka ikachingkren chungi jinda jinda pim to kata ka baar ka dei ka bawan kan song
Church at Pahamryo Lom Berhing, coinciding with the solemn observance of Palm Sunday. The day began with a procession of faithful carrying palm leaves, symbolizing the welcome accorded to Jesus Christ during his entry into Jerusalem. The ritual also marked the beginning of Holy Week. The new church was blessed and formally opened by Reverend Father Paul Olpindro Linkot, former SDB Provincial of Shillong Province, in the presence of Reverend Father Peter Seemle, Parish Priest of Nongpo, Reverend Father Saulus Kharparan, SDB, sisters, catechists, elders and thousands of Catholic faithful. Now let's move on to the stories from the Northeast. A crucial meeting of the BJP's steering committee for the upcoming Assam Assembly elections was held yesterday at the party's state office in planning as the BJP gears up to contest the state election. During the 132 episode of Man Ki Baat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi called on citizens to prioritize fitness, noting that less than 100 days remain until International Day of Yoga. He highlighted the growing global interest in yoga with efforts to promote the practice even in countries like Djibouti. The Prime Minister also emphasized healthier lifestyle choices, referencing content creator Yuvraj Dua's message on reducing sugar intake. Modi encouraged people to cut cooking oil consumption by 10% as a step towards preventing lifestyle-related diseases.
मेरा हमेशा से यह आग्रह रहा है कि आप सभी अपनी फिटनेस पर जरूर ध्यान दें। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस में अब 100 दिनों से भी कम समय बचा है। पूरी दुनिया में योग के प्रति आकर्षण भी लगातार बढ़ रहा है। अफ्रीका के जिबूती में अलमिस जी अपने अरविंद योग सेंटर के जरिए योग को बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं। वे यहाँ की कई और जगहों पर भी लोगों को योग सिखाते हैं। आप में से कई लोगों ने इंस्टाग्राम कंटेंट क्रिएटर युवराज दुआ की पोस्ट पर मेरे से रिप्लाई को लेकर कमेंट्स किए हैं। उन्होंने मुझसे आग्रह किया था कि मैं उनके पिता से कहूं कि वे शुगर इंटेक कम करें। मुझे खुशी है कि मेरे अनुरोध का उनके पिता पर सकारात्मक प्रभाव पड़ा है।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chaired the first meeting of the Informal Group of Ministers, or the IGOM, on West Asia on March 29, 2026, stressing the need for a proactive and coordinated response to the evolving regional crisis. The meeting focused on safeguarding India's interests, including energy security and the welfare of Indian citizens abroad. Now let's have a look at the international stories. Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels have officially entered the ongoing Iran war, launching missile and drone attacks on Israel for the first time. This marks a major escalation in the regional conflict, which already involves the US, Israel and Iran. Massive No Kings protests swept across the United States on Saturday, with millions rallying against President Donald Trump's administration amid the ongoing Iran war. Organizers reported over 3,100 events nationwide, making it one of the largest single-day demonstrations in U.S. history. And coming up are the sports news. Royal Challengers Bengaluru, or the RCB, began their title defence in style, defeating Sunrisers Hyderabad, or the SRH, by 6 wickets in the opening match of the 19th edition of the Indian Premier League at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. Chasing a target of 202 runs, RCB put up a strong batting display to seal victory with 6 wickets in hand. Earlier, SRH had posted 201 runs by 9 wickets in their 20 overs after being put into bat. And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was recorded at 17 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity 69% with rainfall 1 millimeter. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature 11 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 20 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity 69%, and the rainfall was recorded at 2 millimeter. Meanwhile, in July, the minimum temperature was 12 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 20 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity 72%, and the rainfall was recorded at 2 millimeter. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and July says generally cloudy sky with moderate rain at many places. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. Governor C.H. Vijay Shankar reviews Jan Aushadhi Kendra at Ganesh Das Hospital, Shillong. Dorbar Shnong Laujan Rio marks 150 years anniversary with a series of landmark events. Rat Nongpo revives Shat Sajer traditional dance under Ilaka Nongpo Sardarship. #132 episode of Man Ki Baat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges fitness ahead of International Yoga Day. And IPL 2026 kicks off in Bengaluru. Royal Challengers Bengaluru defeats Sunrisers Hyderabad by 6 wickets. Well, viewers, with that, we have come to the end of the news. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Thank you for watching and good night.